Let's discuss the advantage of parallel circuit over the series circuit, right? So, in our household connections, we have studied that parallel connection is preferred over series connection. Most of the connection in the domestic circuits are made in the parallel arrangements. Now, we'll discuss why is it so. So, we have three major advantages of parallel circuit over the series circuit. First advantage is that in series circuit, even if one of the component fails, all other components will fail. They will not work, right? In series, if one component fails, none of them works, right? But in parallel, the other components work even if one fails. Okay, let's understand this with the help of the diagram that we have in front of us. The first connection over here of the two bulbs, the bulbs are in series, and the second circuit over here, in this case, the bulbs are in parallel arrangement. So, now if the current passes over here like this, right, this is the flow of the current, okay. Now, when the current is flowing in the series, both of the bulb will get the same current, right. Now, if suppose this bulb does not functions, okay, right, what will happen? The current will get blocked over here, current will not flow, right, and if the current is not flowing, this bulb too will also not receive current. Okay, it will not receive the current, therefore both the bulbs will not work. Although this second bulb is fine, there is no issue with the bulb, but the first bulb has failed and there is some problem with the bulb 1. As a result, the current is blocked and it will not flow over here. So, both the bulbs become, they do not work properly in the case of series. Now, look at the scenario in the case of parallel resistance or the parallel connections. In this case, if this bulb, let's say, has become dysfunctional or this bulb has failed, okay, what happens in the parallel? Current I goes like this, this becomes I1, this becomes I2. Now, I1 is not flowing, right? I1 is not flowing because bulb has failed, there is a blockage, and because of that I1 is not flowing. But carefully look at I2. I2 has a complete path to flow like this. That means I2 has a complete path to flow. This bulb will receive current. It will receive the current and as a result, it will glow. Okay. So, in this case, the second element is working fine even if one element has failed. In this case, even the one element has failed, the other is not working. That is why we use parallel connections. Even in case of, okay, this is the first advantage. Let's go to the second advantage. Different appliances, right, have different current requirements and series connection is not viable in this case. What does this mean? Let's say you have a heater over here which requires 6 amperes of current, okay, and let's say you have a bulb over here whose requirement is 2 ampere of current, right. Now, what will happen? This heater will extract lot of current from the circuit, and in series, just remember this concept, in series, current remains same. In series, the current remains same. So, current will flow. Let's say 6 ampere current is flowing because heater needs 6 amperes. What will happen? As soon as 6 ampere goes to the bulb, there is huge current for the bulb and it will damage the bulb. This huge current will damage the bulb and as a result the bulb will not function, the entire circuit will be damaged, right? So both the components of different requirement cannot be connected in series because the current requirement which has to be different is not fulfilled. Okay. Now in case of parallel, in parallel current divides. Okay. So this I current, it flows from here, okay, and it is I1, it is I2, okay. Now you have a bulb over here and you have a heater over here, okay. Now different current will flow over here and as a result, I1 will get the desired, the bulb will get desired 2 amperes and I2 will be different, let's say 6 amperes. So both of the components will get their desired current, and when they get the desired current, they will function properly, okay. That is why it is, more appropriate to use parallel connection, because different components have different requirement and that different current requirement can only be met in the parallel case, because current in the case of parallel connection, it is different, it is divided, okay. Next is third point of the advantage. In parallel circuit, the overall resistance of the circuit is reduced and flow of the current is easy, whereas in series, the total resistance increases and more power is required for flow of current. What does this mean? Let's say you have series connection. R1 is 1 ohm, R2 is 3 ohm and R3 is 6 ohms. Okay. Now in case of series, if they are in series, total resistance of this circuit is what? 1 plus 3 plus 6. The value is 10 ohms. Now let us see the same scenario in the case of parallel arrangement. Let's take the same resistance. R1 is 1 ohm, R2 is 3 ohm, R3 is 6 ohms. Now we have battery and these three are in parallel. What will be the total resistance? It will be 1 by R equals to 1 by 1 ohm plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6. LCM is 6. So you have 6 plus 2 plus 1. So total resistance in parallel, it will be R, and R is what? This is 9 by 6. See, 1 by R is 9 by 6. So R will be 6 by 9. So in this case, your total resistance is 0.6 ohm. See how drastically the resistance has reduced. In this case, resistance is coming out to be 10 ohm, total resistance of the circuit. In this case, the total resistance is coming out to be approximately 0.66 ohms. Look at the total difference. It is humongous. Now, as a result of this, what will happen? This circuit will draw a large amount of current from the source, from the power supply. As a result, our power requirement or the energy consumption will increase. So this is more energy efficient. It will only draw 0.6, the resistance is 0.66 ohms. So it will draw a very lesser amount of current. And as a result, the power or the energy consumption in this case reduces. That is why we prefer parallel connection, because the overall resistance in this case, in the parallel case, has decreased. This is just one example, but from the understanding of the placement of the parallel resistance, you know that in parallel arrangement, the overall resistance of the circuit decreases as compared to the series arrangement. And thus, our power consumption is much lesser in the case of parallel resistance, parallel connection as compared to the series connection. So, these are the three major advantages that you should know. We have lot of question, CBSE has been asking question based upon these three concepts. So, you should be thorough with the concept. Thank you so much.